Welcome to the deep dive. Our mission today, as always, is to cut through all that noise and give you a really insightful shortcut right into the source material.
That's right.
And today, we're diving deep into the origin story of King Arthur. Specifically, we're looking at T.H. White's The Once and Future King.
Yep, the first part, the sword and the stone. It's what's surprising, sometimes pretty funny, and actually quite profound.
It really is. White takes this grand legend, knights, magic, destiny, and he grounds it, makes it feel real messy, medieval. This part, the sword and the stone, it sort of flips how you might think Arthur became king.
Totally. So let's set the scene. We're in the Forest Sauvage, pretty remote place.
Right. And the focus is really tight. Sir Ector, his son Kay.
Who's heading for knighthood.
Exactly. And then there's the young squire, Wart, Arthur's childhood nickname, of course.
And the source emphasizes this underlying tension. They grew up together, tutored by Merlin.
The wizard, yeah.
But now, that difference in rank is starting to show.
Mm-hmm.
Kay's the heir,
Yeah.
Wart's, well, he's the squire.
The class system is there, isn't it? Just as things are about to get shaken up.
Massively shaken up.
Yeah.
Because the outside world crashes in. King Pellinor arrives.
Always flustered, King Pellinor?
Always. And he's got massive news. Uther the Conqueror is dead.
Wow. Okay. So, big news. How does everyone react?
Well, it's classic White. You get this mix. Sir Grummore, he instantly leaps up, cap off, doing the whole solemn chant, "The king is dead. Long live the king."
Right, the official line. Got to keep things stable.
There's the protocol, exactly. But then you get the totally human side. The nurse. She's completely hysterical, sobbing.
Why? Was she close to Uther?
Not personally, no. She was like an obsessive fan. She used to cut out pictures of him from these illustrated missals.
Like eliminated manuscripts?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And she'd paste them up over the mantelpiece, like a medieval fangirl.
That's amazing. A medieval tabloid wall?
Pretty much. It makes it so relatable. And speaking of Uther, White throws in this odd detail about his reign.
Oh, yeah, the dates. 1066 to 1216.
Right. The Norman conquest to Magna Carta. For a mythical king.
What's going on there? Is it just a mistake?
Oh, definitely not a mistake. That's White being clever, satirical. He's tying this fantasy king directly to huge moments in real English history.
Ah, I see. Grounding the myth in actual upheaval. Law, violence, change.
Exactly. It's a little nudge saying, look, this stuff, even the magical bits, it's tangled up with real power and tradition.
So, the king is dead. Long live the... Wait. Who is the king now?
Ah, well, that's the kicker. Pellinor, once he calms down a bit, confirms it. Uther had no hair and no next of skin.
Meaning?
No heir, no obvious successor. So Gramarye, that's the old name for England, is left without a ruler. Huge power vacuum.
Okay, chaos looming. So how do they solve it? Not another war, surely.
Nope. Something. Stranger. A magical sign. Pellinor heard about it from a friar, but he's not great at explaining things clearly.
He gets muddled.
Completely. First he says it's a sword and a stone, but then the source corrects, gets really specific. It's a sword, stuck through an anvil. And the anvil is sitting on a stone.
Okay, that's oddly specific, like magical engineering.
Right. And it's not hidden away. It's right outside a church. Very public.
And there's writing on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Golden letters, right there on the pommel, the knob on the handle. Pellinor announces it dramatically. Whoso pulleth out this sword of this stone and anvil is right-wise king, born of all England.
Whoa. So kingship isn't about birthright this time. Or conquest?
Not directly. It's about this test, a mystical sign of inherent rightness, I guess. But, as Pellinor says, lots of people have tried. Big, strong knights, probably.
Yeah.
Nobody's managed it. The sword hasn't budged.
So what's the plan? Just leave it there.
No. They decide to make an event of it, a massive tournament. Proclaimed for New Year's Day in London.
Ah, bring everyone together. Maybe someone there can do it.
Exactly. And the prize. Not just bragging rights, the chance to become king of all England forever.
Okay, now that gets Kay interested, I bet.
Oh, immediately. He's about to be knighted. Right. He begs Sir Ector. It's my maiden fight. I could bear away the prize. He's all ambition.
But Sir Ector, is he thinking about his son becoming king?
That's the funny part.
Yeah.
Not really. He only gets excited when Pellinor and Grummore start talking about the trip itself. About London having proper shocks.
Seriously.
Seriously. Ector apparently cries out, "Dang it! Let's all go to London then and see the new king."
Wow.
It's so ordinary. White's poking fun, suggesting maybe the real English motivation is often just tourism and shopping, not high politics.
That's brilliant. Okay, so they're going to London
Yeah.
before they leave. Merlin.
Right. Their tutor, the Wart finds him in the solar, And Merlin drops his own bombshell. He has to leave.
Why?
His job's done, basically. Kay's getting knighted. Wart's going off as his squire. The childhood lessons are over. He says something quite beautiful, actually. It is in the nature of time to fly.
Even for a guy who lives backwards in time.
Especially, maybe. He knows what's coming. Not just the knighthood, but everything else for Wart.
Yeah.
The responsibility.
The end of that simple life.
Precisely. And his exit. Pure Merlin.
Well?
Announces he's going to dematerialize.
Okay.
Stands on his toes, starts spinning faster and faster.
Kidding.
Nope. Until he's just a blur of grayish light. And poof. Gone. His owl, Archimedes, just clinging onto his shoulder the whole time.
Wow. Okay. So Merlin's gone. They pack up. How's the journey?
Rough. The source really paints a picture of 12th century England. It's not rolling green hills everywhere.
Yeah.
Think desolate marshes, huge dark forests, really basic tracks for roads.
That's dangerous.
It was. They mentioned travelers had to clear the woods back, a bow shot on each side of the road.
Why?
Lest the travelers should be slain by hidden thieves. Law and order. Pretty thin on the ground. England desperately needs that king.
Right. So they finally get to London. What's it like?
Packed. Full to the brim, the text says. Luckily, Sir Ector actually owns an inn there. Pye Street.
Convenient.
Very. Though even then it's crowded. They squeeze 5 people into 3 beds and count themselves lucky.
Okay. Tournament day arrives. How's Kay holding up? Mr. Ambitious.
Predictably a wreck.
Pale cheeks.
Apparently, he spent all night dreaming about beating all the best barons.
The pressure's on.
Big time. And the scene itself is stunning. The tilting ground, this huge green pit, scarlet and white grandstands, all these colorful silk pavilions, azure, green, saffron, just ravishing.
Just the stage is set for Kay's big moment.
And then, disaster. Kay suddenly panics.
What?
Good heavens, I've left my sword at home.
No. On tournament day.
The most important tool. And so, he does what any knight would do. He sends his squire.
He sends Wart back.
Yep. Tells him to hurry, and even offers him a shilling as a reward.
A shilling? How does Wart take that?
He goes pale, too. The source says he felt utterly insulted being called squire right then, being offered money.
Like he's just errand boy.
Exactly. He nearly throws the filthy shilling back in Kay's face. But duty calls.
This insult, though, it's important. It reminds him of his place, right before everything changes. Because he's not acting out of ambition here. He's just doing his job, trying to help Kay.
Precisely. A humble, thankless task. So he races back to the inn on Pye Street. It's locked up tight, double barred. Everyone's gone to the tournament. Makes sense in those lawless days. You'd secure your property.
So Wart's stuck. Kay needs a sword.
He's desperate. Poor Kay, he thinks. Got to find him something. He's running around the empty streets, and then he sees it. In a quiet churchyard.
The stone, the anvil, the sword.
Yep. But he doesn't recognize it for what it is. He just thinks, some sort of war memorial.
A war memorial.
Yeah. And his next thought is pure Wart, really. He decides to borrow it.
Borrow the war memorial.
His reasoning. Nobody would grudge Kay a war memorial. It's so innocent, so practical, and so completely wrong. He's just trying to solve Kay's problem.
And this simple mistake, this act of duty, sets up everything.
Everything. He goes up to it, takes hold of the sword, and suddenly things feel different. Strange, the text says. The world comes into sharp focus. He notices details, like the beautiful, intricate gargoyles on the church. He smells sweet briar in the air. He hears music.
Whoa. Okay, so it's not just yanking on a sword.
Not at all. He tries to pull it. Once. Fails. Tries again, straining so hard his palms are bleeding. Still nothing. It's too much, physically.
He can't force it.
Nope. And in despair, he cries out. Not for strength, but for guidance. He calls for the only person who might understand. Oh, Merlin, help me to get this weapon.
Asking for help, not relying on his own muscle.
And that's the key, because help arrives. But not Merlin in person.
Who then?
Remember all those animals Merlin turned him into? The badger, the hawk, the fish?
Yeah.
They appear. Hundreds of them. Punch and Judy ghosts of remembered days, White calls them, lining the churchyard wall. Badgers, nightingales, falcons, even mythical creatures like unicorns.
Wow. Why are they there?
The text says they came on account of love. They help him remember the lessons Merlin taught. This isn't about force. It's about understanding.
So the real test isn't pulling the sword. It's remembering, applying the wisdom.
Exactly. It's about self-knowledge, clarity. The animals start reminding him. The pike the loose says something like, power springs from the nape of the neck. Remember that lesson?
About relaxing into it, not straining.
Precisely. And the badger says, come along, my dear embryo, and find your tool. It's about finding the right approach, the inner strength, not
Ah.
just muscle. They're guiding him away from brute force.
So he listens, he internalizes this.
He does. He walks up a third time. This time, no straining. He puts out his right hand, softly, gently, and draws the sword out as gently as from a scabbard.
Wow. Just slides out.
Like it was meant to. It wasn't about overpowering it. It was about being worthy, being balanced, understanding the nature of things like Merlin taught. Grace, not grappling.
Okay. So he has the sword. She runs back to Kay.
Right. And Kay immediately sees it's not his own sword. Wart explains where he got it. From the stone.
Yeah.
The anvil.
And Kay realizes.
Oh, yeah. The inscription, the prophecy. He knows exactly what this means.
What does he do? Does he tell the truth?
Initially, he panics. Tells Sir Ector he pulled it out. Claims the glory.
Oh, okay.
But Sir Ector, he knows his boys. He sees right through it. He doesn't yell, though. He just takes them both straight back to the churchyard. To the stone.
The moment of truth.
Yep. And Ector handles it beautifully. He looks Kay right in the eye, kindly, calls him his firstborn, says he's proud of him no matter what, and asks him straight, did you pull it out? By your own strength?
Giving him a chance, to be honest.
The ultimate chance. And Kay takes it. He looks down, hands the sword to Ward, and says it quietly. I am a liar. Ward pulled it out.
Phew. Okay. Redemption for Kay, in a way.
In a big way.
Yeah.
Then it's just formality. Sir Ector asks Ward to show them. Ward puts the sword back in.
Yeah.
Pulls it out again. Easy.
And Sir Ector and Kay try.
Both try. Can't move it an inch. It's clear.
And then the big shift.
The huge shift.
Yeah.
Sir Ector, this noble knight, his foster father, struggles down onto his knees. He's got a gouty knee, the text mentions, making it even more poignant.
He kneels to Wart.
He kneels and calls him Sir.
Oh, man.
And then he confesses the truth he's held back all these years. I was never your father, nor of your blood, but I wot well ye are of an higher blood than I weened ye were. Basically, I always knew you were special, more noble than me.
How does Wart react to this? His father kneeling to him.
He breaks down, cries, begs Sir Ector to get up, says it's breaking his heart to see him kneel. The power shift is devastating for him emotionally.
He doesn't want to be Sir to his dad.
Not at all. But Ector stays kneeling. She has one last request. A father's request, really.
What is it?
He asks the new king, Arthur, to make Kay, his foster brother, the seneschal of all your lands.
Seneschal? What's that?
Basically the chief steward, head manager of the entire kingdom's household and lands. A hugely important, powerful position, looking out for his biological son.
And Arthur agrees. His first act as king.
Through tears, yeah. He grants it. His first royal decree isn't about conquest or taxes. It's about family. Securing a place for Kay, the boy who annoyed him but who he loved.
So when you boil it all down, what's the core message here from White?
Well, it's that Arthur's rise wasn't about being the strongest or the chosen one in some obvious way. It was fundamentally a test of character. Humility, duty, remembering the quiet lessons, that's what unlocked his destiny.
Right. He didn't pull the sword when he was trying to be a hero. He pulled it when he was just trying to do a small, thankless job for someone else, fetching a sword for a shilling.
Exactly. The power came when he wasn't seeking it, when he relied on that deeper wisdom, that gentle approach, instead of just brute force. It completely flips the usual hero narrative, doesn't it?
It really does. It suggests maybe true strength, true leadership comes from that place of service and inner clarity.
And that brings us back to that final image, doesn't it? Arthur, the king. But he's grieving.
Grieving because the man he loved as a father now calls him my lord.
Yeah. He gained a kingdom. He secured Kay's future. But he lost something incredibly precious. That simple, easy family connection. It's gone forever.
Which leaves us with a thought, doesn't it? When destiny, when greatness is thrust upon you like that, what's the heavier weight to carry? Is it the crown itself? All the responsibility?
Or is it the loss? The irreversible change in those simple human relationships you cherished before everything changed?
Something profound to think about. What power costs.
Indeed. What you gain and what you might lose along the way.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the real story behind the Sword and the Stone.